Hello and welcome to another edition of Hawks Nest. I'm Dylan Nooner alongside Isaiah Collins. It's been another great week here at SEMO with lots to talk about. Today though, we'll take a look at baseball's last couple games as well as the standout performance by former Red Hawks wide receiver Ryan Flournoy at the NFL Combine. A little later on, we'll take a look at our Athlete Spotlight of the Week. All that and more coming up on this episode of Hawks Nest. Last week, former Red Hawks wide receiver Ryan Flournoy turned in a standout performance at the NFL Combine in Indianapolis. Our own Maddox Murphy caught up with Flournoy last week and talked about how his time at SEMO has helped prepare him for his NFL journey. Take a look.
How has your experience at SEMO kind of prepared you for being here today?
My experience has been great. A lot of great people, a lot of fantastic coaching, a lot of fantastic players there. The love I have for SEMO is truly unmatched because they molded me into a better man, not just a better football player. I had a lot of teams coming out the woodwork, but I stayed loyal to SEMO and Coach Took and really just want to show people I can make it from FCS.
Flournoy definitely showed out at the Combine and met the expectations that had been set for him during his time here at SEMO. Ran a 4.44 40-yard dash, broad jumped 11 feet, tying him for fourth in the class. Bench pressed 19 reps of 225 pounds, placing him second in the class, and had a vertical jump of 39.5 feet. Not to mention during the wide receiver gauntlet drill, had the second highest speed of all receivers.
Yeah, and we knew that coming in that he had that athletic ability to be able to play at the NFL level, but to go out and compete with other, FBS talents and these Power 5 players for the past couple of years, and then really stand out the way he did is really impressive. There was one analyst for NFL.com that projected him after the Combine to be a late day 3 pick. So we're looking at that 6-7 round area. And if that were the case, he'd be just the 16th person from SEMO to ever be drafted, which is a pretty insane stat.
Yeah, you talk about him facing against the FBS competition. He talked about how he actually did have offers from FBS schools after the 2022 season, but decided to stay loyal to SEMO and stick it out for one more year. Big opportunity for him, not only just to showcase his talents, but to also get the chance to talk to NFL teams and, get in their mind and see what they think of him.
Right, and then we'll know for sure here in about a month or so, the NFL draft coming up at the end of April, and we'll keep you updated on Flournoy and his journey.
SEMO baseball had a big weekend this past weekend against Toledo, where they had a 4-game series, winning 3 of 4 of the games, only finishing one run short in the last game. The first game started with a back-and-forth occasion. However, Josh Cameron hit a walk-off home run in the bottom of the ninth to push the Red Hawks ahead. Speaking of Cameron, he had a huge weekend. Who had a slow start off to the year, really picked it up this last weekend with several multi-hit games, getting on base a bunch. Big weekend for him. Also, the pitching on Saturday was huge. Hayden Dow and Brian Strange both pitching solid games to give Red Hawks big wins on Saturday.
Yeah, it was a really just huge offensive performance by the Red Hawks, and that's kind of what we've been talking about all season with them. They've actually outscored their opponents 92-82 on the season. So they've been putting up the big runs. It's just been, like you said, the pitching on Saturday. That's really going to put them over the top. We know they can score runs. They know they can play defense. It's just going to be if the pitching can back that up. And we saw that really the whole complete product this weekend against Toledo.
Talked about Hayden Dow. He won OVC Pitcher of the Week for his efforts against Toledo, pitching 6 innings of no run ball, striking out 9. Big performance there for the SEMO pitcher. And then, however, Red Hawks did play Middle Tennessee on Tuesday. Seemed a little bit fatigued from the Toledo series, losing 8-2, but hopefully they pick it up when they travel to play Marshall.
Right, yeah, it was just a long weekend of games. You had a 4-game set. You're at home. Crowd was great all weekend long. No surprise there, a midweek game like that. You kind of falter a little bit, but I expect them to pick it right back up, especially with that offense that we've been talking about here this weekend.
And now it's the segment and the moment you've all been waiting for. Time for Athlete of the Week.
That's right, and this week we have senior track star Brianna Miles. She just won her second consecutive OVC Track Athlete of the Year. She's also broken multiple records during her time here at Southeast, including 2022 and 2023. She broke the 200-meter yard dash, a record that stood since 1994.
Miles definitely defended her throne that she claimed during the outdoor season last year, and then helped the SEMO women win the indoor championship this year. She placed first in the 200, was part of the winning 4x4 team, and claimed the silver medal in the 400 event.
You can catch Miles and the rest of the track team as they begin their outdoor season starting on March 15th at the Richard Martin Invite in Conway, Arkansas. We have another exciting week here with lots to do around town. Take a look at what's coming up. You won't want to miss anything. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Hawks Nest. And while you're here, make sure to follow us at OnTargetArrow and at Southeast Arrow for all the updates. I'm Dylan.
I'm Isaiah.
Until next time, have a great week.